garden. We came here 6 years ago, and when we got to this house, we saw this perfect spot in back for our 35 by 40 foot garden. When we came here, it was all rock, and glass. After numerous accounts of having the whole family pick up the rock and the glass, we've made it into the soil we have today. We've added nutrients, cow manure, sand, and other mulches. We also use black plastic to cover the whole garden, and then cut a slit, put the plant in, so we have no weeds. This year we're experimenting with clear plastic, which we're gonna try. This year we're experimenting with clear plastic. So this is not chemically treated, so it will not harm our plants. The clear plastic will make the soil humid, hot, and very perfect for our plants. Over the years, we've planted numerous plants, over 30 varieties. And this year's plan is as follows. Corn in the upper right,
Left.
We're using early sun glow, which only takes 63 days from planting to harvest, if the raccoons don't eat it. Next, pole beans. We're using Kentucky Wonder, only 65 days from planting till harvest, if the rabbits don't get it. Next, oriental vegetable pea pods, only 58 days from planting till harvest, if the rabbits don't get it. Carrots. I picked up two and I forgot karate.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go inside and see how that will do.
Alright, stop. Okay. Good morning. Today I'm talking to you live from the Dorf Garden. When we came to this house 6 years ago, we plotted this land right here to be our garden. This 35 by 40 foot garden was terrible. It was a dump. It had broken beer bottles all over. They're just all over on the ground. Huge rocks. There's just big bad rocks. The soil was clay, hard, just terrible. But we improved it. We added a truckload of manure, sand, other mulches, and made it into this fine soil which we have today. Our first garden, we used black plastic as a weed keeper outer. Black plastic has a number of useful uses. One, keeps the weeds out. You cut a slit, stick the plant in, and no weeds come out. 2, it keeps the water underground. And 3, it keeps it moist, nice, and it looks good. This year we're going to expand on our plastic idea and use clear plastic, which is a new experimental idea. Now, clear plastic this is not ordinary clear plastic like saran wrap or baggies or anything. This is not chemically treated plastic, so it won't harm our plants. The reason we're going to use this is to try to use the sun's rays to heat the ground so it'll be hotter and make the plant grow better. So we're going to try it on tomatoes this year. Over the years, we've planted numerous, I'd say over 30 different varieties of vegetables, ranging from kohlrabi to gourds, pumpkins, everything, beans, everything. This year's plan is as follows. In the upper left-hand corner, we have corn. We're using sweet corn. It's early sun glow by Burpee, and it only takes 63 days. Next, pole beans. We're using Kentucky Wonder. It only takes 65 days from planting till harvest. Next comes Oriental vegetable pea pod, which only takes 58 days from planting till harvest. Next comes kohlrabi, which we buy. We buy the kohlrabi from Mr. Essman pre-planted. And then the next comes carrots. We're using Denver half long, which only takes 75 days from planting till harvest. Next comes lettuce. We're using green only 90 days from planting till harvest. We're also using green VP lettuce, which only takes 45 days planting till harvest. We're next using radishes, Crimson Giant and Cherry Bella. Cherry Bella takes 22 days, Crimson Giant 29 from planting till harvest. Now all these are without the rabbits eating them, the raccoons, the crows, any bugs, anything. Next comes bush beans, which take 58 days from planting to harvest and are exceptionally good. Next comes broccoli, which we buy from Mr. Essman as a plant. Next is cabbage, which we buy from Mr. Essman as a plant. Asparagus has been here for 7 years. Cauliflower, we buy from Mr. Essman. Brussels sprouts, we buy from Mr. Essman. Tomatoes. We're using beefsteak tomatoes, which only take 45 days from plant till harvest. See that pesky critter over there? That is the enemy, the rabbit. Bushy-tailed, fat rabbit. Now, this is what we do for fun at the Dorf family. Next comes pumpkins. Next comes pumpkin. We're using big mats because it only takes, it doesn't say how long, but they grow between 70 inches in diameter, and they can grow up to 100 pounds each. Watermelon, we buy from Mr. Essman. Zucchini, we buy from Mr. Essman. Peppers, we buy as a plant from Mr. Essman. Eggplant, onion, and onion we also buy from Mr. Essman. Cucumbers. We're using two varieties this year. Pickler, which takes 53 days, and just the plain old cucumber, which takes 60 days. That's without any interruptions. Not mentioned in this plan are cantaloupe, which take 88 days, and also squash, which takes 50 days. That's our garden for this year. Cut. It's still going, Jack. Before we lay the black plastic down on our garden, we're going to put fertilizer so the plants will grow good and will hopefully accomplish our objectives. Every week I'll now talk to you, same place here, and I'll hope to show you our garden sprouting from the sprouts to the full plants to us eating the plants. So every week, same time, same channel. What? See you in a week.